Well, I'm gonna hit record. Okay. Officially, happy Monday. I know that, well, I think everybody on here right now was on the call at noon, or did you all get a chance to listen back to it? I really want to take a couple of minutes. This is why I did not put it in the page. Um, because I wanted the people that are on that diamond development group to really just take some time together tonight to just digest. It is something that is next level. Our team has not done something like this in a really, really long time. And so I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of perspective. If you do not have, y'all know I'm like a paper planner girl. If you're not a paper planner girl, go grab a piece of paper. If you, yeah, I see you, Robin. If you are somebody that does like, online, I do an online version calendar too. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page, that we're all on this because the next 6 weeks are going to fly by. Kay was just messaging me earlier about doing an event, and I literally was like, well, we've got soccer team camp. I'm back out in Arizona, and then it's the last week of July, and then we've got fair, and then it's the last weekend before school, and I just wanted to cry. I'm like, I cannot. And so if we do not take advantage, that actually really makes me emotional. Ugh. If we do not take advantage of the next 6 weeks, the next 6 weeks are going to pass, right? And so I don't want the next 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years to pass without some major up leveling from y'all. And you're not here on a Monday night at 8:30 when there's 1,000 other things to do because you don't want to up level. And so, hi, Mandy. A couple of things about this group, and I know that I put this in there earlier. One of the things that y'all know about me, I have a really hard time being the good cop, bad cop coach. Because here's the thing that I know about every single one of you. I know that Wendy wants a cabin and land and hunting, right? Like I know that Kay wants to be a stay-at-home mom. I know what Baker's goals and dreams are. I know what Jess wants. I could go around for every single one of y'all, and it is deeply personal to me that you guys get those goals, you get those dreams. Like Nikki, you coming home from convention and having Vince look at you and say what he wants and you connecting to that in that way, it becomes so personal to me. And so, one of the things that I have noticed about myself, especially with higher level coaching in the last 6 months, especially, is that once you start to see your excuses, and I have friends that call out those excuses in me, sometimes when Alita tells me something, I'm like, I kind of want to come through and just like throat punch you right now. Like I kind of just like I want to hug you and I want to love you, but I also not really what I want to hear. How many of y'all felt that way today with some of the stuff that people were saying in there? It's like I know Nikki has wanted to throw the phone out after I've told her a couple things because we're good enough friends that she can reflect on that and tell me that now. One of the things that we have to do for each other is to give each other space to grow, but also be able to call each other out when we know that we can do better, be better, and show up differently for your goals and your dreams. Because what cannot happen, I mean, how drop in the comments how long y'all have been here at the rank that you're at right now. Be willing to be vulnerable. Or how long did you sit at the last rank? Right, Heather, too long, right? What has to change in your business for that to not be your reality 6 months from now? And what I want you to do right now is to give yourself permission to be coached hard and not to choose to be offended by it. I tell my daughter this all the time. Being offended is a choice. And sometimes she does not like to hear it. But some of us have to hear it because it causes us to do something different. So when I put that in our group chat today, that I hope that you were really uncomfortable on that call, I really genuinely mean that. Not because I want you to be uncomfortable. Like that's not something that any of us want, right? It's that feeling that's like, ugh, I got so much going on. I've got so many things happening. But if you're not willing to get uncomfortable, then you're also willing to accept that the things that you're doing now are going to stay at status quo for the next 6 years. And hear me loud in this. This does not mean that you don't love your life. I love my life. I love my friend group. I love the people that I get to do life with. That does not mean that I don't need to be coached harder to get to more because I want more things. Okay? You have to be willing to do something different. Amen, Sam. Nothing changes if nothing changes. How many times have I said that to her, to all of y'all? Because I've needed it said to me. You have to be willing to show up and do the things differently. And so the reason that I want you guys to have a calendar out tonight is because I want you to be willing to see something that has to change that's different. I'm going to use Jess as an example right now, and she's going to love me for this. I have seen her in the last 6 months, and you guys will not be shocked that I'm going to cry for this. I have seen her show up for herself in such a different way. Like she's up every morning at 4:30. I think you've missed what, like one morning because you literally had strep throat and couldn't swallow anything. And the next day she was back at it again. And she's given herself permission to show up and do something hard. And now it's proven to herself that now she can. There's no more waiting throughout the day, stressing out about it. I said this in the chat too. Sam, we talked about this when she was at the house last week. She was like, yeah, but now during the day, all the things that happen with Ari, I don't really have a predictable schedule. And at first, she probably didn't like my answer. I was like, get up earlier. And she was like, oh, okay. I don't really want to. Nobody wants to. But I also know that she does not want to be in the same space 6 months from now, a year from now, 6 years from now. And so, what did she do this morning? She messaged me. She was up an hour before she knew that Ari would get up so she could plug in, and her group chats were blowing up because she was not using it as an excuse. She was following up with people. So, right now in the chat, what has to change in your day for you to show up in a different way to make the goals and the dreams that you want come true? Because nothing changes if nothing changes. And what I do not want for any one of you is for this group to just be another group. Because we've had the groups, right? We've had the group chats, we've had all of the things, and we show up for all of the calls, and then we're still the same rank at the end of it. And I'm not saying that you're going to hit a rank every single month. You're not, right? That is not something that's going to happen every single month in your journey. We don't have enough ranks for that. You're going to have ebbs and flows. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have really freaking hard things that happen in your day. One of the things that our team is so good about is showing up for each other. In every single season of life, we show up for each other. But that also means that we show up for each other and we allow you to grow. And we allow you to become a better version of yourself, not because the one that you have right now is broken. None of you are broken. Every single one of you has a story, has a space, has a place, and has something that you bring to the table. And I think that it is so selfish of us to not show up as our best self version. And that's something that I'm so committed to y'all on. If you are in that group, you are getting 80% of my time right now because you're the ones that are willing to show up. Do we need VIPs? Absolutely. Do we need silvers? Absolutely. Do we need hobbyists and plexus? Absolutely. But if you are willing to show up and show in for those goals and those dreams and those chats and the vision that we have, I want to make sure that you get what you want. And that is going to be saying no to some things. And not everybody is always going to understand that. I have some family members that do not get, well, I'll leave parties early or I don't show up for a wedding. It's not always easy to make those choices, but at the end of the day, I know why I'm doing it. So those things that you just dropped in there, I want you to plug into them and I want you to make the space because if you wake up tomorrow morning and you haven't created a plan, another day is going to go by. Chelsea, today, you putting that in there was absolutely beautiful on what you want for you, for Tyler, and for your, I mean, you have the sweetest daughter in the whole wide world. Like, those are the things, those goals, those dreams that you have. And there is somebody out there that has that same goal, that same dream, that same vision for your life. And if we're not sharing that boldly, they don't get to have that. So we're going to keep the systems super simple. We're filtering every single thing in, and here's what it's going to look like. Wednesday nights, if you have questions about this, please ask me because I want everybody on the same page for this and what we're doing so that every single week for the next 6 weeks, there's no questions. You just know where to put people and where to invite them. Okay. So Wednesday nights, what Megan Milakovic was talking about on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So 8 p.m. Central for you, Sam. What's that? 6 p.m. Central for you. So 6 o'clock, not Central. I'm so sorry. 6 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 Central, 9 o'clock for all of us on East Coast. At 9 p.m. every single Wednesday night, it is a live Meet Plexus. The graphic that is in there, not changing. Okay. The Zoom, not changing. That will be the same. You are going to get points when you bring people into this. I tried to be very intentional about your partners, people that were at the same spaces and places and work and all the things. You and your partner every single week, your points are going to go together and you're going to submit them. Okay. You're going to have some weeks where your partner doesn't add people. That's okay. You're growing together. This is about growing, even though it's a competition, right? Probably a lot of us in here are pretty competitive and we're like, we're gonna win. That's the point. But also it's to help each other grow. So Wednesday nights, every new person that you have that gets on there is going to give you a point. That does not mean for me that Baker gets on, that's a point. Wendy gets on, that's a point. Kay gets on, that's a point. It's people that are not active in Plexus, okay? I am not monitoring your points or people in this. This is all like y'all are just going to submit these things. If you want to lie and say that you had 75 people on there, I mean, have at it. Like, I'm not going to monitor that stuff for you, but I'm probably going to know if you have 75 people on there and ain't nobody joining, we have a whole different set of coaching things going on, right? So this is up to you, but does everybody understand what Wednesday night is for? So it's a Meet Plexus, 15 minutes about the products, 15 minutes about the opportunity. Meg's doing the first call on Wednesday night. They are really well done. Like the slides, we used to do a couple of them, but this is just part of their system. So that's every single Wednesday night. The other thing that we have that y'all can really be inviting to, this group is going to be ginormous because there will probably be close like eight to $10,000 in gifts. Like the diamonds are really storming this. We're putting it all together. It is the GLP-1 group. Now, again, if somebody has already asked me if they want to do the gut health and the armor, I am not going to tell anybody ever that they cannot be included in a group because they did not get a specific set of products. The goal for these groups is for us to be able to bring people in and for them to see our community and to have fun with it. So if you have somebody on your team that orders armor, stick them in the group, y'all. Okay. The goal always is to get 100 PV because that's how you're going to maximize your points in your business. But again, not going to tell somebody no. So that GLP-1 group, if you didn't see, it's in our team page. It starts July 6th and it runs through July 26th. Your team, here's your focus, and we're going to highlight the heck out of this over the next couple of days because does anybody have points where you wanted them to be right now? No. So guess what we get to do? Something about it, right? We get to determine that. Not because we need to feel shame around it, not because we need to have any other things happening there, just because we get to work. That means we have a lot of people that need what we have and need to stay consistent. So start with your team, invite them in, share armor. We've already got some stuff. Deanna, that's amazing. Two people to the GLP-1 group already. Way to go. So from the 29th to the 2nd, 29th of June to the July the 2nd, I don't know why that was so hard for me. June 29th, July 2nd, we're going to have extra giveaways. So D, the people that you have already added into there, if they add somebody, this is just a little heads up. This is why you want to get people in there early. If they add somebody, we've got prizes and giveaways just for those couple of days, just for those people to really help them get their +1. Okay. This group is really well thought out. Corporate is even in there with us. That's how much they believe in the system. So the actual group will start from the 6th to the 26th, and then there's an optional reset at the end of it for this one. So if anybody wants to do a reset. Any questions around that? Okay. July 13th. Anybody that is local, it is a Monday night. We will not do a Zoom that night. Baker has done an incredible job of this. There's still more details in the works. July 13th, it's going to be at my house. We're going to do a flower bar, like a make and take kind of flower bar. We have somebody coming to do it. There will be more details. If anybody from out of town wants to come in, you are more than welcome to. My anniversary is on the 14th. I haven't even mentioned this to my husband yet. He will be great with it because it goes back to the accountability piece. And usually we don't even remember that it's our anniversary. So if we wake up with extra people in our house, he will not be shocked. Everybody is welcome here always. Um, so that I fly out on the 15th, so nobody can stay. Well, I mean, I guess you can. You can just stay. I just won't be here. But that's July 13th. If you also on the 30th, June 30th, we're going to do a work morning session here at my house. So again, anybody that's local, or if you want to be able to zoom in for that, we'll be able to zoom in. If you want to, Sam, I was just gonna say, if you want to bring your swimsuits, we'll work by the pool if it's warm that morning, but June 30th, we're going to put some more on the schedule for that too. Weekends in June are just have been, I hate saying the word hard, but I'm just not here because I'm at hotels with my kids each weekend with their soccer schedules. But those are the two dates that I wanted you guys to be able to mark down. The flower bar on the 13th will be open to everyone. Chelsea, good question. We're thinking probably 5 o'clock, like start, but the flower stuff probably won't be until about 6 so that people have time to come from work. But that will be a lot like the wellness wagon. We'll have samples, we'll have different things that people can do. You bring your VIPs, we'll do a little opportunity event. So that will be more of like a make and take kind of thing, but more for you to bring the VIPs and new people that have not started Plexus yet. And we'll have lots of information on that coming. Any questions on anything? Okay. Drop a one in the, oh, Robin, did you have a question?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I couldn't find my unmute button. Sorry.
No, you're good.
What time do you think the work morning session would be? Do you have an idea?
We don't have any soccer that day that because it's a Tuesday. So it probably will be like 9 to noon. My kids all have games that night in Rochester at different fields. So I'm probably gonna have to leave my house by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But y'all are more than welcome to be here right up until we leave. It just won't be a nighttime thing that night. But
Perfect.
also, like, come and go. You don't have to stay for the whole thing. You can pop in and out if you have kids and want to bring them to swim. Like that, we're we're here for that. Okay. I want y'all to drop a one in the comments if you are committed and you have something that you are going to do different in the next 24 hours to show up for your business. Make sure that you have that group chat pinned. I do not expect you to be in every group chat all day long. But what I will tell you is that that chat, every single one of you are in there, that Diamond Development chat, we have never had a group that has started and had everybody finish at the end of it. Never in 10 years. It's something that people like get excited about. And then at the end, we all know what happens, right? It's like workouts. It's like everybody on January 1st is like gung ho. And then at the end, it's like, 6 weeks later, it's like, what New Year's resolution? I want this to be the time that we change that. I want this to be the time that y'all really end the month being part of the gold rush. Because remember this, y'all, if you re-hit gold or hit gold, it's an extra $250 this month on top of your bonuses. If you hit or re-hit senior gold, it's an extra $350 on top of your bonuses. And I don't know about y'all, but that's a big amount of money for every single one of us. In today's economy, like, golly, right? Anything can happen in the next 8 days if you are committed to it. So tonight, before you go to bed, go look at your points. If you're avoiding your back office, release the pressure about it and the emotional attachment to it and go look at it. You cannot help people if you're avoiding doing the work. People quit themselves every day. They're not quitting you. But if you are not messaging people, y'all, you're quitting them. And we have to stop doing that. We cannot invite people into this space and then not show up for them because that's what gives network marketing a bad name, right? And we are not going to be part of that. So show up for people the way that you want to be showed up for. But you 100% have to release the emotion around this. Fact, not feeling. And for most of us, that's a really hard thing to do because we love people really well and we attach a lot of emotions to what we do. It's what makes us really good at this. Like, I genuinely, with any single one of you that is on this call, I would go out to dinner with you. I'd meet you at Top Golf again. Like, I love what we get to do together. We get to bring people into that. Okay. There is nothing to shy away from when you're bringing people into a group like this. All right. I love y'all. Let's freaking do this. Hold each other accountable for it. Do not let each other fall and be the partner that you want your partner to be. Call each other out. You can call each other out in love, right? It's not a negative thing to hold each other accountable to stuff. And if you have questions, if you are struggling with something, come to me. Not because I have all of the answers, but because I want to help. There are 22 people doing that group. I want 22 people in 6 weeks to look back and be like, man, that was the catalyst that propelled me to Ruby, to Senior Ruby, to Emerald, to 6 figures a month. Because you can. If other people are doing it, so can you. All right, y'all are not shocked. I talked for 25 minutes. It was longer than 15. Angel Yarborough. She is getting on the Diamond Pep Rally. Her story is worth it. Y'all, she almost quit because her uplines told her that she was going to need to sacrifice stuff. She almost quit her business after getting to Senior Ruby and told them that she wasn't going to do this anymore and then went to Emerald and beyond. Like her story is absolutely amazing and she will be straight fire. So while you're brushing your teeth, while you're tucking in your kids, Kim, I know that's what you're doing right now. I'm proud of y'all for showing up. Tune in to that because it will fire you up. All right. I love y'all. Good night.